Today, I hope my voice will help answer your queries about what is going to happen to Doki Doki Undercurrents. Where are we right now in development? So I can say that most of the script has been completed. For example, Yuri's script Challenging Fate is in its final arc, and week 3 needs editing and revising. That said, we also have a secret story in the works. However, our biggest hurdle currently lies with the coding. While the story is nearly finished, the coding is only done up to about week 4, where the stories escalate. When do we expect to be done? Well, that depends on a few different factors, such as the availability and consistency of our team, in particular, our coders. As of now, if we're gonna be really optimistic and assume we manage to find about 3 to 5 more able coders, then it'd likely be about January 2026. However, if the status quo remains, September of that same year. Funnily enough, just about, DDLC's 9th anniversary. The coding part can be picked up relatively easy with help from others in our team, but the issue is just the sheer amount of coding that needs to be done. With our current manpower, we're doing, okay, but it's far from optimal. That said, if you have an interest in coding and have time and commitment, please reach out to either Kasumi, Pivot, or Tiffany for further details. We can help show you the ropes. Why the development has been taking so long? Well, you know that our latest demo, Demo 2, goes up to week 2 and ends in the sleepover. From there, the script expands up to roughly 6 more weeks worth of script per branch or character route. If you fully completed Demo 2, you have an idea of just how much writing was involved in that alone. Additionally, the main coder, Elkaro, single-handedly ran the demo by himself, excluding the UI, which was worked on by another of our coders. He worked tirelessly on it and subsequently burnt out. Since then, we've been trying to find new coders to help us, and as such, caused a major backlog in the progress up until January of this year. The pin in the coffin of this issue is that the majority of our team is voluntary. A lot, and I mean a lot, of our expenses were out of pocket. Some members of our team had to double or triple up on tasks. For instance, Pivot, our beloved deputy director, is also a writer, a proofreader, an editor, a coder, a video producer for this video right here, quality assurance, former social media manager, and voice actor all at once. How much did it cost to make the mod? As I quote Tiffany, a fucking shit ton. As much as some of us wanted to review the cost, it was ultimately decided not to due to the sheer figure. Well, if you want an idea, take all of our CGs and custom sprites in Demo 2 and multiply that by 5. A forewarning to any future mod developers, do not, and I mean do not, spend this much money on a mod, ever. Ultimately, we just hope this will allow us to deliver on our promise on being the most expensive DDLC mod of all time. Do we earn any money from Patreon? Well, we haven't for some time. We did get support from 1 or 2 people for about a month or 2, but not since. Despite this, we're really grateful for any help we're able to get, even if it's nowhere near enough to outdo the financial damage we've already incurred. It shows us that you guys enjoy our work, willing to help cover our expenses. Here's an unrelated question. Will Monica, Thespian Lex? My only answer is, are you sure you want to do that? Whether there will be an Emilia route. With the amount of endings, we can assume that there are 2 endings for each Doki. Well, that unfortunately means that Emilia got the short end of the stick. Or did she? How long do you estimate the full mod to be? So if Demo 2 made up approximately a fifth or the fourth of a mod, and currently since there are about 1 million words of script at this point, so perhaps 100 hours? How many choices or branching paths do we want to include? Well, that would be spoilers, but if I were to say, for the series of unfortunate events, there will be 8 total endings. Undercurrents, unfortunately, isn't a very choice-based mod, but your choices do change the ending significantly. What will become of Studio Silver after Undercurrents? So, since DDU was a major financial hit for us, but we hope to use the attention from it to help us create our own original games in the future. If you're willing to stick around and support us, we might be able to make that happen. Could we add more minigames, specifically Melody's arcade games? Well, if we can spare the coders, yes. If we could do more frequent updates, perhaps weekly or monthly. Well, Kasumi promises that from next week onwards, there will be publicly weekly updates and there will be Patreon exclusive updates every week, or Sunday or Monday. Please feel free to DM him if your updates are late. Will there be any more demo updates? There will be a pretty small one, and the ARG will drop again when that comes. If there will be any more teaser material. You bet. I heard from a little birdie that Amelia just got tripped out. When can we update the translation files to translate the mod into other languages? Well, currently we are waiting for a certain Ren'Py update to drop. Until then, we can't really do much about it. I hope you guys have been satisfied by our responses. If you guys have any more questions, please feel free to talk in the server or perhaps DM any one of us.